Yay! Day 4 of back-to-back lives here inside of the Facebook group. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited because this is not a continuation of what we've been doing over the last 3 days, although everything we talk about ties together. Over the last 3 days, we have hosted a masterclass inside of this group called the 3 Days of World Building, where we took the time to sit down, to visualize, to uncover the essence of the world that is buried deep within you. And although this may seem a little ethereal, it may seem a little imaginary, a lot of what we talk about here inside of this community is what does it look like for you as a female leader to not only lead powerfully, to make an impactful change in the world, to see a transformation in the people around you, but to do it in a way that is healthy and aligned to you. This is what the 3 Days of World Building is all about. And so what I want to talk to you about today is something that is the overarching theme of anything you will ever hear come out of my mouth. And ultimately, my belief is that when we can get you into a position as a female leader where you are walking tall, you feel alive, you feel like you're overflowing, you feel lush, you feel energetic, you feel inspired, you feel like there's potential in the world, when you are operating from this very high energy place, you are able to watch your life not only fall into place, but actually believe that anything you want to do is possible for you. Your identity is the core foundation of what your actions should come from. And in order for you to stay healthy and aligned, we've got to know who you are. So what we talked about over the last 3 days is what is your identity? When you hear me talk about world building, this is what I'm referring to, is the idea that you have an internal world within you that you get to nestle in, you get to play in, you get to know and understand. And when you understand your world, you're able to elicit that world out into the world, this world here, this tangible place, and build it out in alignment to how you see your world being. The beauty in it is that you get to enjoy your personal life just a little bit more. You get to feel like the life around you, the world around you that you've created feels like you. And when a woman walks around feeling supported by her environment, when she feels like her body is elevating her and allowing her to feel everything she wants to feel, and her relationships are supporting her in a way that allows her to feel even closer to the purpose that she knows she's meant to bring into the earth, when we operate from this space, we become unstoppable. When you operate from this space, you become unstoppable. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go all the way around and we're going to recap everything that we've been talking about over the last 5 months. It's been a full-blown series of back-to-back lives every single week where we are talking about the themes and concepts of healthy feminine leadership. So I'm going to take a pause and see who is here live. Let me know that you're here live, shout it out. And if you're catching the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. Please engage with this video just as if you were watching this live. I do go back and I watch the comments. I see who's engaging, who's here, how these conversations are resonating with you. Because the one thing I want to say is that if you are watching me right now, I'm not talking about ethereal things just to sound nice. I don't want to just inspire you or motivate you. I want you to feel like you have a home. I want you to feel grounded. I want you to feel sure. And when we feel like we know exactly who we are, we get to take action from this place, and this is the healthiest that we can be. So let's make this a reality. Let's talk about how this transfers into your business, how this transfers into your relationships, and how this transfers into your life. Hello, Angelia. Hello, you're listening in. Perfect. I'm glad you're here. We want to talk about how this transfers into your reality, because your ultimate goal as a visionary leader is that you want to see impact on the earth. Angelia, I'm sure, I would love to hear, Angelia, I don't think I know yet. What is it that you do, or what is it that you are trying to do? What is one of the elements of impact? What is a piece of impact that you know you're currently working on right now in this season that you're wanting to give to the world? For example, mine is one of them. I've got many, but one of them is obviously instilling health into the earth and bringing health to leaders. If people were to ask me, Sammy, what is it that you do? The first thing I say is, well, I bring health to leaders. I love talking about health because health for me is an aspect of wholeness that I feel like I had to go search for my entire life. And when I found it, I felt like I was overflowing which allowed me to not only feel authentic in how I came off, but it allowed me to truly show up consistently in everything that I put my hands on. What is it that you do? What is it that you believe that you are leading? What is the solution that you're bringing to the world? This is your overall driver. This is your why. This is your what. This is your oomph that gives you the intention to continue forward. The reason it's so important that you're clear on what it is that you're solving on the earth is that when you know this, that's great. That's great. But how often have you found yourself also saying, it'd be really nice to step into my purpose today, but I can barely take care of myself right now. It'd be so nice to just go out there and save the world. I just need to roll over and take a nap. I don't fully believe that when we know our purpose, it's going to be our main driver every single day. And what I found to be so powerful is that when I create an environment around me in different things, not just my business quadrant, not just my overall purpose, but in every single thing that I see, do, and touch in my life, if I see value and purpose in each of these areas, I can find myself very easily. I can find motivation that's not wired towards the other, but it's wired towards me. And when my environment feeds me, then I perk up and I'm like, ooh, it's a nice day outside, huh? I really like my house. I really like my garden. I really like my spouse. I really like my relationships. My body feels energy today. When we have all of these things in place, there's motivation from the outside. The outside supports you. We can't always rely on intrinsic motivation every single day, because when we wait for a feeling to come along in order for us to take action, we might be waiting a very long time. Angelia says, shifting atmospheres through service, cleaning, organizing, and designing decor. Girl, that is so fantastic. Shifting atmospheres is my language. I love the idea of stepping into a space and changing the way that it feels. You get to do that for yourself because it's your gift to be able to give to others. It's your style. So here's the thing, is that when we know what our purpose is, we want to remember that can drive us maybe 45, 55, if we're lucky, 75% of the time. But what's even better is when your life drives you, your family drives you, your dreams drive you, the way you just feel like you deserve to feel every day drives you. When that drives you, you are consistent in creating impact everywhere you go, because Angelia might not be saying, I'm going to shift atmospheres through decorating people's houses. What if she doesn't have a job? What if she doesn't have a job that week? What if she doesn't have someone asking to decorate their house? Is all of a sudden her purpose gone? No, it's not. She's able to shift atmospheres any time she steps into a room. Her gift is not as far as the actions that she takes to decorate or clean. She shifts atmospheres by entering the room and bringing her atmosphere into a space. This is who you are, Angelia, every day. Every day you get to shift an atmosphere. Every single day you get to live in your purpose. Every single moment you get to feel like your world is contributing to the world. This is big, and it's motivating, and it's exciting. You can wear a hoodie and feel like crap and still know that you're shifting the atmosphere because you are in touch with yourself. It's so potent to see life this way because a lot of us only feel valuable when we are doing. When we can see the tangible product. But what if your world was so powerful? If the value you add to the world when people come and visit your planet is peace, if the value you add is fun and laughter, if the value you add is organization and structure, how can you do that in a multitude of ways? You probably do it effortlessly and it feels light. But do we allow that to be enough for ourselves? This is how we keep ourselves in momentum as leaders. So our identity is the number one thing to keep us going. Knowing who you are, knowing how it looks to create an effect, and understanding that your point of impact is overall your ultimate goal. When you create impact for someone else, it looks like, oh, I never thought of it that way. It might look like, hey, can you tell me more? It might look like someone asking you, hey, can I pay you for your service? It might look like a friend crying on your couch saying, thank you so much for listening to me. Impact, ladies, happens in any given moment. You simply observing the beauty of the cardinal in the tree can create impact. Because someone could walk by you and see how much you just love the moment that you're in. Impact can happen effortlessly. But what we want to do is we want to be embodied versions of our identity. And the way we stay connected with that is by knowing what ours is. So Angelia, since you're here, if you don't mind, will you share with me what was the reason that people come from their planet to your planet, and what do they leave with? What was the reason that people came from their planet to your planet and left? What did they leave with? If you're watching this live at a completely different time and the 3 days of world building is not available and you have no idea what I'm talking about, please look out for the 3 days of world building. It will all make sense, and finding your identity is everything. People leave with love. How often can you feel love in everything that you do? This is the question. This is your identity. This is what floats in your atmosphere. This is the atmosphere shift that you create. The crazy thing is, thank you for sharing, Angelia, some people think that their atmosphere, their shift is supposed to be something they see someone else doing. You know that person in the room that's like the class clown and they're really funny and you're like, oh my God, you make me feel funny. They're really funny. Like they're comfortable and they're funny. They love making jokes. They're not even like annoying funny. It's like really good quality funny. And they're just so in touch with who they are that it's just like you want them around more. Tell me if you know somebody like that. Those people, the atmosphere they're meant to bring to the table might not be love. It might not be the dominant thing. Their thing is funny, humor, ease, simplicity, lightness, joy, thrill, exhilaration, wit. There's so much in the person who's humorous that most of us, we get so serious in our lives. We get so caught up. We experience trauma and pain and frustration and fear. We experience so much compact tightness. When the funny person walks into the room, they can make the boardroom of tuxedo-driven, uptight people. They can make that room laugh. We all know that deep down in our spirits, we all deserve a little laugh. It brings us back to our center, our core, our childhood, our childlikeness, our playfulness, our creativity, our light, our love. What is your value that you bring to the table? This is your identity. When you rest in your world and you remember what it is that you're supposed to bring, this is your motivation. But when you find a day where you're like, I just can't be intentional about it. I can't put that message out there right now. I can't push that agenda at the moment. I just need to nurture myself. You've got your entire world. You've got your entire world to rest in. And my hope is that you don't leave it inside of your mind, but you actually begin to build it out in this reality. It's just so important. It's so important to be able to do, because when you can make it tangible, it feels real. It's good for the body. It's good for the soul. So, ladies, this is the driver for why you will hear me as a health coach talking about identity. It is the healthiest point of contact, because even in physical health, Angelia and I can sit down and we can map out the perfect game plan for her. I can tell her what she needs to do in order to be healthy. It might work. but it might not work. Depending on her personality, her lifestyle, where she's at in her life, where she's coming from, where she's going, what matters to her, what she doesn't want to experience anymore, sometimes what I think is right might not be it for her. It doesn't matter that it's the healthy salad. It doesn't matter that it's organic. It doesn't matter that it's 5 miles. It's the idea that when she does it, it doesn't feel right. Something else would bring her more joy. We could do healthy actions in an unhealthy way. And the way you know something is unhealthy is based on your alignment. The question is, what is alignment? When you know your world, you know what alignment is. It's in your world, what would you be doing? In your world right now, what would you be feeling? In your world, what feels like the next best step? Not what you see everybody else doing. In your world, what would you be doing? This is how it looks to remain healthy in an ever-changing dynamic that is life. So we talk about identity because there are 3 pillars of leadership. I'm going to post down below in the comment section after this video a link to a video where we dive completely into this. This is the entire structure of all the video series we're doing over the next few months. And the idea is that as a healthy female leader, the leader aspect of you has 3 pillars that matter because your goal is to get from who you are to a point of impact in the most effortless way. The way you do that is threefold. The first step in becoming an effective leader is knowing and understanding and falling in love with your presence. Not just being present in the moment, although that is a big, strong key. It's knowing that you have a presence of love, a presence that shifts atmospheres, a presence that other people feel. I describe presence as that thing that when you walk into a room, people hear about you, they feel about you before you ever open your mouth. That's your presence. It's the part of you that speaks before you ever do. When you walk into a room and you can feel all eyes turn to you, who is she? What is she? Why is she? What's that? I feel something on her. She seems intriguing. She seems strong. She seems confident. She seems shy. She seems quiet. Your presence is almost like an aura that's around you that people can feel. I call this an atmosphere. It's your atmosphere. And when your atmosphere is big, it can infect other people. It could affect other people. It penetrates other people's atmospheres, other people's presences. And everybody has the discernment on whether or not they're going to enjoy or not enjoy engaging in your presence. Most of us either don't want our presence to be seen. Most of us don't value the presence we bring into a room. Most of us have our presence change the atmosphere, or most of the time we keep our atmosphere closed because when our presence is in its fullest power, it affects people. People feel it. They want to look. But most people don't want their presence to be seen because they haven't found yet the value in what their presence is and what it can do. What we did yesterday, this week in 3 days of world building. Okay, we're back. Froze for a second. What we did this week in 3 days of world building is we went in to find your identity so we can start to construct your awareness of your presence. Your presence is already there. It's already talking for you. It's already speaking for you. It's already a thing. But it might be tight, or it might be undefined. It might be dissonant. It might not be sturdy and strong and congruent. What we want is not that you have this weird, uncomfortable presence that you're like, oh God, and people, when they get around you, they feel a little like they see you, but then we want that your presence is this thing that you're walking in. You know it's there. You love that it's there. You know what it can do. Every woman's presence, every leader's presence consists of 2 things: her identity and her health. If your presence is like an aura, if it's like a ball of light that's around you, and people can sense your presence, even if they don't have the language for it, your presence, what they think, what they feel, what they communicate about you is determined by how well you know your identity. Your presence carries your stories, your beliefs, your philosophies, your culture, your lifestyle, your essence. A lot of times, people experience their own presence and they can't put words or language to who they are. So other people will come up to you and they'll say, hey, you just feel really good when I'm around you. And you're like, you're so beautiful. Did you know you're just like a big ball of light? When I get around you, I just feel so much love and nurture from you. Okay. Your presence speaks your truth already. But when we don't know what our presence is and we don't find value in it, we shy away from it. People are so powerful. We're such intuitive beings that people can sense on you what is true about you before you do. And even though you know deep down they're right, when we have poor stories that we've experienced, when we have trauma or drama that we've experienced in our past, we can end up encountering people's perception of our presence, of our truth, and we push it away. Our goal is to find your identity and get it so clear for you that you're like, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for seeing that. I've been working on connecting with that part of myself. Thank you so much for seeing that in me. I really want that to affect other people. Thank you so much for knowing what I'm all about. I want to use that part of myself every day to make a change in the world. It's your identity connection that allows you to not only receive what people have to say, but anchor it in even more. When you can anchor in your presence, your truth, your essence, your value even more into the earth, this is what allows it to spread. And secretly, most of us, especially as females, we have been taught, you don't want to be too boastful. You don't want to be too cocky. But it's not, because your essence is what makes transformation. It's what makes the change. It's not boastful to say that you're full of love. It's not boastful to say that you're very kind or smart. It's not boastful to say that you're beautiful or have a beautiful aesthetic. It's boastful to not be able to accept who you are. Because what you boast about is not truth. And when you don't allow truth to be accepted by you, you stimulate more untruth in the earth. What we want is that you're able to see who you are, fall in love with who you are, make beauty in the world with who you are. And when other people are able to interact with you, you say, yes, I'm so happy that you can see it, because that means others can see it. That means it's perpetuating in the world. I'm so glad. Thank you. It's working. Now, this is the power of identity, but presence is the best form whenever health is paired with it. This is where I talk about health and leadership. They meet together. Because identity is one thing. Some people sit around, they kind of know who they are. They feel pretty good about who they are. But the way I see health is that health is your willingness to value who you are enough to be able to take care of her. Health is your ability to say, I'm worth it enough. My gift is so valuable here on this earth. The world needs me. My family needs me. My community needs me. My thoughts are needed. That I must take care of my body. I must steward my mind. I must accentuate my heart. I must rest so that I can be fully productive when I'm awake. I must connect with people and express my voice and get this energy out of my body. I must speak up. I must be all of who I am. I must do things my way. Because when things that I do are healthy for me, I expand. My presence expands. Therefore, it affects more people. It shifts more atmospheres. It shifts more atmospheres for the greater good. Health is not just, let me get a six-pack, although six-packs are cool. Health is not just, let me look a certain way. Health is an honoring act of who you are. I've seen so many clients who show up in the beginning of our coaching relationship where they just want to work out and they say they want to be healthy, and they come from it with us. They come at it from a space of not knowing themselves. The clients who don't know themselves at the level that we eventually get to, they start off very frustrated when they don't see results. They feel angry when they repeat the cycle over and over again. They get disappointed and blame themselves when they break their commitment. But when they love themselves, when they get clear on who they are, when they find value, all of the process, it doesn't matter. They know that every day they're strengthening their habits, they're strengthening their muscles, they're strengthening their mind to be able to build into the best version of themselves, because they see who themselves is, which is the self that needs to be available to give to the world. Squats and push-ups and running and eating well and rest is not just this prescription that they are being forced to do. It becomes this thing that they know that it's a tool to accentuate the best version of who they are. And when they see it this way, they're able to be better mothers. They're able to be better partners. They're able to be the best business coworkers. They're able to be the best creatives, the best artists, the best. Because they all do it all in the name of their value. They do it all in the name of love. This is what you have available, and this is just the first pillar. My promise to you is that when you walk around, girl, when you walk around with your presence and you start kind of chawing down the street because you're like, I love my world. I build my world. I build from my world. I take action from my space. I only align to my health. I only align to things when it makes me feel joyous. I only align to things whenever I feel confident and strong to speak up. I only align and I take action and I feel good when it's connected to me. You can feel your presence taking up space. And this is the scariest part. This is where most leaders stop, is because when you are good with you, honey boo-boo, you will not be invisible. You will be seen. Whether you want to wear clothes that makes you seen or you just don't, and people still see you anyways. Second pillar is the one where most people stop, because the second pillar is the pillar of visibility. This is the pillar where, friend, people are going to see you. They're going to see you. They're going to know you. They're going to hear you. They're going to talk about you. They're going to want to know more about you. When you're visible, there's a vulnerability. You've got to speak. You've got to know who you are. You've got to be able to stand behind your words and your actions. You've got to be visible, because even if you make a mistake, people will see it. The beauty of visibility is that ultimately, in the peak of this pillar, this is where you're the freest. Because with presence, when you know yourself and you're taking care of yourself, it's very easy to just say, oh, yeah, I can keep this at home. I can keep this at home. I'm going to stay in my house. I'm good. I'm fine. I can stay here. And I'm just going to be awesome all by myself. It's a whole different version of you when you have to put that same person out next to other people. Out in front of the public, out in front of friends, out in front of the guy or the partner, out in front of the business partner, the person you've got to trust with money, with the client, with the landlord, with the whoever. When you put yourself, the present, the version of you that has the capacity to shift atmospheres, when you put that person next to others, you become visible. And you're not just going to be taken advantage of like you were in the past. Your visibility is going to be called on from the line of being a leader, which means people are going to be looking up to you. This is a different place to stand. If you're used to supporting others, if you're used to nurturing others and taking care of other people's worlds and leaving yourself behind, it is going to feel so different to truly stand up in the space of visibility as a leader, because the expectation feels different. But when you know your world, when you're taking care of yourself, the truth is, it's not different. It's the same you. Allowing people to come visit your planet and leave to go back and take care of their own. It's allowing them to do that over and over again, just more often. They're going to make it seem like it's different. It's not. More visibility, the pressure might make you think that you've got to speak better, you've got to do more, you've got to be. This is why knowing your world to fall back on is so important. It's so important. It's so important, because where do you return to when you fall? Okay. I got this. I've got this. Ooh. All right. I'm back. I'm ready to go. This is what we want for you. To come back to you and to be more visible the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. It doesn't matter where you want to be impactful. It doesn't matter where you want to make a connection. You might be going on a series of dates. You want to find the love of your life. When you feel like you're being taken advantage of, you can't find the right person, you have to ask yourself, are you leading and trying to be a part of their world, or are you allowing them to come and be a part of yours? When you remember it that way, they're going to start turning their heads. They're going to start treating you differently. They're going to start standing next to you differently. When you operate from this place, your clients, you're going to get higher level clients. Do you wobble when they make more money? Do you wobble when they're faster than you? Do you wobble when you think that they're better than you? You can't think that people are better than you when you understand everyone has their own world. No one's better than anyone. Everyone is just who they are. Visibility exposes all of the layers that we get to hide when we're alone. So there's two pieces of visibility that matter. Your visibility comprises of, do you know your message? And are you consistent with it? So I want to explain to you what the message sounds like, because if you're in the online space, if you're a business owner, if you're a marketer, if you're into anything social media, it feels like when I say message, it's like, do you know your tone, your message? Do you have your messaging dialed in to speak to your ideal client? That's one version of messaging. Your message is, do you know what you're thinking and do you speak it? Do you know your message in the heat of the moment when you're frustrated with your spouse and you need to speak and you can't? Do you know your heart's message, or are you speaking outside of your world? When you feel like someone cut you off in the road and you just, and you've decided that, and you want to live from your world where there's peace and there's love and there's ease and there's lightness, is your message the message of anger? Or is your message the message of love? Are you able to tune into your message? Do you know what that is? There's two aspects of messaging. And messaging ultimately is what we manifest with. When you guys hear manifestation, for me, manifestation is a lot around the actions we take. I do believe that there's some crafting, kind of alchemizing aspects to manifestation, but at the end of the day, it's the way that you speak and it's the way that you take action. These two things have the influence to bring your mentality, your belief systems out of your mind and into this 3D reality. When you manifest with your words and with your actions, the way you do it, that's your message. People observe your body language. They observe how you handle yourself. They observe how you show up. Is it congruent with your identity? Is it congruent with what is healthy for you? Your message is that you're wearing a hoodie with your head up and your ideas are very much It's just stay away from me. That's your message. Stay away from me. Is your message open and confident and strong? What is your message? Your message can translate into the words you type, the poets you write, the poems you write, the songs that you create. It can turn into a creative message as well. It could be the purpose or the mantra or the mission of your business. It could be all kinds of ways that you can craft your message. Your message is the ultimate expression of you into the world. And sometimes you're able to share your message with your best friend, and it comes out clear and strong and confident. But then you move over into a Facebook Live and try to share it with strangers, and it's like, I've been there for many, many years. Go back in some of these videos, you're gonna see a different version of me. When I found my worlds, it felt a lot easier to share my message because I was convicted from who I was about what I'm sharing. I want you to know that your message is supposed to be consistent. And when I say consistent, what we're referring to is that your message, how you express, is meant to be consistent everywhere you go. Technically, if you're able to share it with your bestie, you should, in theory, be able to share it online. Why is it different? Why is it different? You might be pizzazz in front of big groups of people and you're able to entertain a crowd, and then all of a sudden you get into a one-on-one intimate conversation and you're like, oh, this is awkward, oh my God. Intimacy might not be your thing yet. In my eyes, a powerful leader is someone that can show up everywhere she goes and is able to communicate her message. Do you close up when you're in the presence of authority and you're able to speak boldly when you feel like you're on the same level with people? Are you able to speak when you're having fun, and then do you shut down when you think that things are too serious? Where does your message go away? Where do you lose consistency in your ability to speak and show up and fully be you? Does it change from month to month? Or do you feel like you're consistently who you are everywhere you stand? This is how you epitomize visibility. So what we're going to be talking about over the month of April is the idea of what visibility gets to be. We're going to tease apart these aspects of visibility. We're going to talk about the messaging piece. We're going to talk about the consistency piece. What we want for the next 2 months is that you start playing with the ideas of how can I practice? Because this is a practice, just like with exercise. You've got to practice. You're not just going to get this, right? Like, that'd be insane. I mean, it would be a great world if we could all just get this, right? We've got to practice, strength train our visibility, and making sure that we're coming from the place of our identity, now that we have it, and move it into action, put it into the earth, move it with our words and our hands into the earth. Where do you shrink? Do you know what you're really wanting to say? If you know what you want to say, why don't you say it? Why don't you do it? Visibility is the most fearful piece of leadership. Because a lot of you, I know, when you have the right conditions, you create massive impact. You can wreck some friend with really good advice. You've got the most potent direction for your child, and you know what is good for them. You know that you have a solution, but if your boss could only listen. Your ability to be visible everywhere and stand and rest on your identity and your health is what is going to move you into the third pillar effortlessly, which is the pillar of impact. Impact is what we're aiming for. We want to see a transformation on the earth. If you are not willing to be visible yet, you're not going to be able to get there yet. So this is a huge workup. It's a whole thing. There's a lot of moving parts, and it all takes practice. It's all going to take effort, and it's all going to take time. But this is where you're going to hear me say, actions build worlds. We cannot just talk about this. We've got to move what you're aware of into action so you can keep your mind open. You can keep your heart fresh. You can keep your energy high and rotate your momentum into the next thing. So my hope is that you are able to get clear on where you are, who you are, and what you want next. So that as we talk about visibility over the next month, you can look and see, what is my message? How can I share my message more? Where is it that I want to see a transformation so that I can show up? I want to be seen. I don't like saying it, but I want to be seen. I want to be seen. I want to be seen. I want to be understood. I want to be heard. I want to know that my value is going out into the earth in all places I dream of putting it. This is visibility. And you're going to win, and you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to question yourself. Except this time, you're going to remember who you are. You have your identity now. You have your identity now. And I'm so, so grateful for what it is that we've been able to do this far. So with that being said, ladies, let me see if there's anything else I want to say. I'd love to hear your feedback. What does this bring up for you? What does this make you aware of with yourself? What does this make you aware of with yourself? We'll talk about what I want to say tomorrow or next week. There's one other piece that I find very interesting in the health sector. It's how visibility correlates to a certain aspect of our health. I want to hear if you guys have anything you want to share. One of the big things I'm going to be asking more frequently over the next 2 months is more visibility from you guys. You guys are showing up and you're showing out. You're already doing it. And I want to see more. I want to see more of your process, more of your journey, more of your words. I want to feel your hearts. I want to know what matters to you. I want to know what you're doing in the earth. I want to see how it's changing. I want to hear how you're noticing your presence actually shifting the rooms. I want to see more posts in this group where you're talking about your process, whether it's in your health, in losing weight, in making more money, in finding the person of your dreams. Whatever it is that you're working on, I want to see more. I want to see you, because I can't see you unless you show me. And this is true in all areas of our lives. No one can actually know you until you show them. And the only downfall to presence is that people can feel you, they can guess, but they can't know until you show. People can feel you. Presence is a feeling people get, but they can never really know until you show them. And so making the effort to be seen, to be shown off, show yourself off, it's the hardest transition I had to make. It's the hardest transition I had to make. And I want to see what the impact will be in your life, whether it's weight loss, whether it's more money, whether it is finally finding that partner of your dreams. We're going to look and see what gets affected in your life when you become more visible, and we get to use this space as practice for that. So with that being said, this is today's Facebook Live. I want to thank you guys. Angelia, thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for rewatching this video. And we have right now a giveaway from the 3 days of world building that we did this past week. So we did a giveaway based around the most engaged person. This is partially because I wanted this to be a segue into visibility and really encouraging you to feel like you can engage, to share, to be open, to express yourself, to be seen, to comment too much, to say, be yourself in an open space. And so in the 3 days of world building, I said at the beginning, we're going to do a giveaway. And the giveaway is going to be for a year-long spot inside of the Women of Active and Attractive. The Women of Active and Attractive is my health membership space, which I'm so excited about because this space carries more than I can share, because the group is always growing. We're changing. Every single month, I'm adding new programs, new series in order for you to reach up and over to achieve what's next in your health. So you might be in a season right now where you're like, I just would be so proud of myself if I could just walk. That would be me taking care of myself. I know my vision is to see a body in motion. I see myself in motion and I need to take action for that, but I also need accountability. We've got a walking program for that. Some of you might be like, I need to take better care of my food. I need to eat better. I need to eat cleaner. I need to give my body nutrients just for it to function at a bare minimum. I need accountability for that. We've got a program for that. Energetic eating. We've got a run program, mobility training for any kind of injuries and pains that you might have in your shoulders, low back, and knees. We've got fitness programs coming out. We've got fasting programs. I love teaching fasting for the female body, whether you're of a certain age, perimenopause, menopause, all different things are available for you. And the library is growing, but the community is strong. So we've got over 30 women right now inside of this group. Every day people are posting about what they did, what they've accomplished, we're celebrating, we're having a really good time. And the goal is, whether it's weight loss, just to check the box, or to get stronger, to see yourself run 5K, whatever it is that you want to do, we've got those goals set for you. So we've got plans, and there's coaching every single day. We also have a monthly coaching call. So we do that do a coaching call so we can all get we're able to ask direct questions, and we all get to know each other personally. That always matters to me. So this health membership is growing, and right now the membership is at $77 every single month. If you know that you want to prepay, the program is $777 for the year, and this will get you access so you don't have to think about it. My favorite part about the payment plans is that as I start launching more a la carte programs, as I start launching programs that you can invest in that are outside of the membership, every payment that you put towards the membership turns into a credit for you to be able to access the other programs. So let's say you put down $777 for the year. When I have a program in the future, let's say it's a $200 program, you're gonna have $577 left over, not only to be able to get the program, but to use for future programs. So however you want to play that, there's going to be so many programs coming out from me this year, but right now we're focusing on the health membership. And one of you guys are going to get a gift for being able to get into the membership for free. So with that being said, the woman who was the most engaged, she posted in so many places. I was amazed. I was like, oh my God, Instagram, Facebook, all of the different locations. She brought 2 people into the Facebook group. She posted every single day. She was on almost all the lives. She was commenting everywhere, blah, 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 blah. She's amazing. This woman is Kim Kinlam. And Kim, you have just won access to the 3 days, not the 3 days of world building, but the Women of Active and Attractive Health Membership. I am so excited because Kim, you specifically were wanting so badly to be a part of this program, and you're in. So I want to thank you for your effort. Angelia, I know you were putting effort in there too. You're here right now. There's so many of you guys were commenting and tagging and sharing and all the things. And I just want to thank you guys for spreading the word. We're going to have very many more giveaways in the future. And I think giving away the health membership is going to be probably my top tier offer, because I just want so many women to be inside of that. Yes. So Kim, I'm going to reach out, or actually I'm going to have you reach out to me to get access to the video, or to the program. This program takes place inside of an app. So for those of you guys who don't know, it's not inside of a Facebook. It's not a Facebook program, but it's a full app where there's videos, there's checklists, there's accountability, there's videos for the workouts, there's everything. There's everything you need. I like to make things efficient, clean, and easy to access, because learning and education to me is the foundation of health. And then from there, you're able to take action to make an educated decision that also feels emotionally intelligent for you. So we've got a lot of things available inside of that, and it's still growing. If you have any questions or you want to know more, I'd love to invite you into my DM. Ask me anything you've got, and then we can sign you up and get you in there, and you get started immediately. The last thing I want to share is that we just announced yesterday the World Building Mastermind, which is a huge deal. This is also a year-long mastermind. And the idea is that we're going to take what it is we've done in the 3 days of world building and start to implement this now. So the 3 days of world building, we discovered your world. You're aware of what you want your home, your body, your relationships, and your business to look like. And we're going to take action steps inside of the world building mastermind to do that with accountability. A lot of us say we want to do things, but actions build worlds. And so I'm really great at motivating people to take actions, even when they don't want to. So what I want is that if a mastermind feels more in tune with you, if that's something that you want, We're going to be meeting every week on a Zoom call, and we get to work intricately together. I've got systems and different ways that I hold myself accountable to make sure that I'm always building my world, because as much as I understand all of this, I can still get caught up in wanting to steward and help everyone else, my clients, my friends, my family. And so I make sure that I find ways to keep at the forefront what's important to me so that I could always feel fulfilled. And it's very easy for me to focus on other people because I'm not keeping what I have to do in my head. It's all organized and it's ready to go. So this is how I keep myself moving forward, and this is how I'm able to juggle it all. And I want to share that with the people who feel like they want that understanding and also that accountability as well. So in that program, we're going to go deep. You guys know I don't just talk about what we talk about, we go deeper into all of these things. We're going to talk about your home, we're going to talk about your relationships, we're going to talk about your body, and we're going to talk about your business. So it's a full 360 view so that your world gets built up in a way that feels so supportive, so delicious, and so delightful for you. I want you to walk away feeling like, oh my God, I freaking love my life, and I'm so eager to go out there and pursue the big visions I have for the world. So if you have questions about that, this program is $4,000 for the year, or $365 a month to represent the 365 days that we're going to do together, going around the sun, building things, changing your life so that you can go out and change the world. It's going to be a very fun time, and I'm really excited to see the women who are coming in. So with that being said, ladies, also the World Building Mastermind does get access to the Women of AA as well. So you will have all of the tools necessary to take care of the health aspect of your world. So you're going to get all the coaching. If you need any more questions, please let me know. I do have one-on-one spots, but this is more so for business consulting and helping the back end of your business and building your business up to reach bigger and bigger goals. So I am a woman who does it all, and I want you to feel the same in what it is that you do. So if you have any questions about what's available for you in the active and attractive world, reach out to me. We'll find something that works perfect for what's next in your life, and then we'll go to the moon. So with that being said, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next Thursday. We'll be back on our weekly schedule to continue to talk about visibility and find different ways that we can bring your visibility out so that you can start practicing how to allow other people to see the greatness that's within you. I love you.